Welcome to another episode of the Thinking Out Loud podcast, brought to you by the Hair Society, where we dive into the ins and outs of the hair restoration industry. I'm your host, Ken Bastow, and today's topic is one that many salon owners, stylists, and hair system providers have been asking about: going factory direct for your hair systems. Now, at first glance, sourcing hair systems directly from factories might seem like a smart, cost-saving move. But as we'll unpack today, there's more to this approach than meets the eye. We're going to talk about the challenges, everything from communication and quality control issues to the cost that can sneak up on you. So let's jump right into it. The promise versus reality. Many businesses are drawn to the idea of going factory direct because on paper, it looks like you'll be cutting out the middleman and saving money. You see lower prices per unit, especially when you order in bulk. It seems like the easy way to go, right? But the reality can be quite different once you start working through the process. First, let's talk about communication. You're dealing with factories overseas, often with different time zones, languages, even cultural norms. Miscommunication will become commonplace, and when that happens, the results can be disastrous. Whether it's a wrong hair density, base material, ventilation issues, or even hair color, small details can and will easily be lost in translation. And when you're dealing with custom orders or specialized needs for clients, every little mistake will cost you. Time delays and turnaround. Now, let's say you place an order. You've ironed out the communication, or so you hope. Things seem fine, and the factory is working on your order. One thing to keep in mind is time. Time delays are a significant issue when going factory direct. Shipping can take weeks, sometimes even months. If something goes wrong, whether it's during production or in transit, you're stuck. There's no easy fix, and that turnaround time to correct an issue can be not only frustrating, but also costly. Imagine having a client waiting for their hair system, and you have to explain that it'll be delayed another month because something was off. It's a difficult conversation to have and doesn't reflect well on your business. Quality control challenges. Then there's the elephant in the room, quality control. When you're not physically present to inspect every unit coming off the line, you're essentially trusting the factory to meet your standards. Factories, especially those that produce for multiple clients, can have fluctuations in their quality. One batch might be great, and the next might have inconsistencies in hair color, density, or even the feel of the base, or worse, ventilation issues. Inconsistencies like these can erode the trust you have built with your clients quickly. 1 month, you're handing someone a system that looks natural, and they love it. The next month, the system doesn't blend the same way, or the hair quality feels off. That can lead to dissatisfaction, returns, and a whole new set of issues to fix. And by the time you realize there's a problem, it's too late. You're already deep into the process. And for what? The savings of a few bucks? Customer service headaches. Another big issue that often gets overlooked when going factory direct is customer service. When you buy from a local distributor or supplier, you often have a direct line to their customer service team. You can address issues quickly, get replacements sent out, or even negotiate prices. But when you're dealing directly with factories, especially those overseas, the customer service experience is often lacking. The communication can be slow, and resolving issues takes far longer. There's a problem with an order, you might be left waiting for weeks with little recourse. And in this business, time is everything. Pricing inconsistencies and hidden costs. Let's talk about pricing. One of the main reasons people consider going factory direct is to get a lower price. But what's often missed is that pricing is not as stable or predictable as it might seem. You'll see price fluctuations depending on market demands, material costs, and even currency exchange rates. This can make budgeting a challenge, and the savings you initially thought you'd be getting might evaporate over time. Additionally, you've got hidden costs to think about: import taxes, shipping fees, insurance, credit card or app fees like PayPal, not to mention the costs incurred if your order gets caught up with customs. These things add up quickly. And let's not forget, if a product is faulty or needs to be returned, who covers that? most of the time, it's on you, which eats into your margins even further. The significant investment of time and money. I want to emphasize that going factory direct isn't a set it and forget it type of process. It requires a significant investment of time and money. First, you need to find the right factory. Then you have to establish a working relationship, navigate cultural and language barriers, and deal with all the potential quality and shipping issues that may arise. Many people don't realize the sheer amount of time you'll spend managing this relationship. From countless emails and WhatsApp calls to overseeing production schedules and dealing with logistics, it can easily consume a large portion of your schedule. And remember, time is money. Every hour you spend dealing with factory issues is an hour you're not spending, growing your business, or working with clients. Is it really cost effective? So, is going factory direct actually worth it? In some cases, it can be. If you have a large volume of orders and a factory that consistently delivers high-quality products, it can be a smart move. But for many, especially smaller businesses, the cost in terms of time, stress, and potential loss of quality far outweighs the upfront savings. What might seem cost-effective at first, cutting out the middleman, can end up costing you more in the long run. Delays, faulty products, inconsistent quality, and customer dissatisfaction can erode your profits and your reputation faster than you think. At the end of the day, the choice to go factory direct should be made carefully. It's important to weigh the potential savings against the potential headaches. For some, the benefits will outweigh the risks, but for others, sticking with a trusted supplier who handles the details on your behalf can save you a lot of time, money, and stress. Thanks for joining me today on this episode of the Thinking Out Loud podcast. If you've had any experiences with going factory direct, good or bad, I'd love to hear about them. Send in your stories, and let's keep the conversation going offline. Send them to ken@thehairsociety.org. Until next time, stay informed and make the best choices for your business. This has been the Thinking Out Loud podcast, brought to you by the Hair Society. For more insights into the world of hair restoration and non-surgical hair replacement, subscribe and join the conversation. Thanks for listening, and have an excellent day.